UFC 309 fight week has started and the talk is ramping up between Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic as they both are heading into the fight with points to prove. Stipe calls Jones a bitch and Jones responds by video message on his Instagram. Jones warns Stipe Miocic that the disrespect didn't have to happen and now he's gonna wish he didn't say that. Jon Jones also says that he will consider not retiring after UFC 309 if he makes it look easy against Stipe Miocic. Magomed Ankalaev and many other fans call Jon Jones scared, and Tom Aspinall also made an interesting purchase for his dog ahead of UFC 309 fight week, indirectly calling Jones a duck. He is sick of Dana White calling Jon Jones the greatest of all time, so he tells Dana to keep that same energy after he beats Jon Jones. Jon Jones, by the way, responds to him and all the fans on Instagram Live. He said he's not in a high school anymore, so he doesn't give an F about these remarks while chasing his dreams. Anyway, Jones' longtime rival Daniel Cormier doesn't think that Jones is ducking Aspinall or he is afraid of him. Cormier believes Jones is just trying to negotiate correctly because of his face value and don't refuse Aspinall fight if he is offered good money. Daniel Cormier, by the way, also revealed the reason why he would not interview Conor McGregor. He tells the story of when Khabib got mad at him for speaking with Conor in Abu Dhabi and called Khabib a family member rather than just a friend. UFC 309 co-headliner Charles Oliveira spoke about the upcoming title fight between Islam Makhachev and Arman Tsarukyan, which is expected to take place on January 19 in Los Angeles. He said that both are good in standing as well as on the mat and either of them can win this fight, but Islam Makhachev has more advantage. He also talked about his next step after Michael Chandler. Oliveira knows a rematch with Max Holloway is in his future after UFC 309 and the BMF belt would be gigantic for his legacy. Holloway is, by the way, inspired by Alex Pereira's comeback after the Israel Adesanya loss and looks forward for a #1 contender fight at the lightweight. Oliveira vs Max would really be an awesome matchup at this stage. Bo Nickel, who is also featured at UFC 309, has called Ilia Topuria the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world, while Chael Sonnen believes Ilia Topuria is on the cusp of being UFC's biggest star. Anyway, with their recent comments under an episode of Cooking with Volk, it seems there is currently no obstacle in Topuria vs Volkanovski 2. I am, by the way, down for an episode of Cooking with Volk with Ilia Topuria. Volkanovski, by the way, gives his take on Topuria's claim that he would submit Islam Makhachev in the potential fight. Volk doesn't think Ilia Topuria has a good chance at defeating Islam Makhachev. Volkanovski's coach also comments on this topic and says that a champion should have at least 5 or 6 title defenses before fighting for a second championship. Paddy Pimblett, by the way, is still confident he would beat Ilia Topuria at lightweight. Khamzat Chimaev's team said that it's very likely that Khamzat Chimaev can fight for the title at UFC 312 in February in Australia, but it's not confirmed yet and they are waiting for a decision from the UFC. UFC interim heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall, by the way, was so impressed with Khamzat Chimaev's UFC 308 performance. He says Khamzat is definitely gonna be a champion and inspires him to be better. Islam Makhachev's coach Javier Mendez, on the other hand, believes Khamzat Chimaev can even beat light heavyweights in the UFC. And now, let's end the video with some miscellaneous news. Nurmagomedov promises to not wrestle Michael Venom Page in a potential fight in UFC Saudi Arabia. TJ Dillashaw shows off the current state of his shoulder and confirms that he will not be coming out of retirement due to his ongoing shoulder issues. Israel Adesanya performed at a dance competition in New Zealand this weekend. UFC fighter Raul Rosas Jr. beat up a YouTuber trying to prank him at the gym. Official fight poster for Ngannou vs Sam Goodman on Christmas Eve has been released. And Jake Paul just gifted Mike Tyson a pigeon, and Mike said he's going to feed it to his falcon. And that's all. Because now you are completely up to date with the fight world, subscribe to the channel to stay updated and like the video if you enjoyed it. See you tomorrow.